Welcome to day 3 of Board Bros. Today we'll be learning functions and modules. So exactly what we'll be learning in this lecture is creating and using functions, understanding parameter arguments, return values, learning lambda functions and organizing code using modules. So without wasting any time, let's see what is part 1, functions. Function is the building blocks of AI. So if we want to learn more about function, here we can see the definition. A function is a block of code which runs only when it is called. You can pass data known as parameters into function. A function can return a data as a result. So as programmers, our job is to write lines of codes. And once you write those lines of codes and you have to call it multiple number of times, we just create a function and we just call it from wherever it is needed. So now let me directly hop on to our Python terminal. Here you can see that I have created a simple function called greet and I'm calling greet from here. So this here is creation of a function and here we are doing the calling of the function. So once you understand how to create and how to call a function, we can directly jump on to parameter and return values. So now if I say def greet and some name and I would say print hello name, and this here I can call the function and say greet Alex. So if I run this, it'll say hello Alex. So what exactly here doing is that this name which is present with the function is called a parameter, and from the calling variable of the function we will assign the name to whichever value we need to. So here it says Alex has to be sent to the function and the function will use whatever the name we give it. So it will say hello Alex. So now let's learn about a return type. So what exactly do you see in return type is that once you send some value that is called a parameter into a function, that can return any value to the caller of the function. So for example, if I say def add a comma b, so here you should know that a comma b are nothing but the parameter values, and here we'll do return a plus b. So what exactly have I done here is that we are taking two values a and b as the parameter values, and before it sending it, we'll add the value and then return. Return is the keyword that you have to remember when you are passing value back from the function to the caller. Okay. So now if I say res equal to some add of 8 comma 9. So now if I print res is short form for result, it'll show 17. So here you can see that 8 and 9 have been sent to add, and once they go inside the function, before returning it, 8 and 9, that will be 17, it will be clubbed and then returned to our res. So result will store the value 17, and once you print the result, it will show 17. So now we have covered functions, parameters, and return values. So if we go to lambda function, so what is lambda function? Lambda function is nothing but a short form of function itself, but it will send our values in one liner instead of we using the big chunks of code. So let me take the same example of addition. Okay, here you see this is used to add. Now if I do the same thing with lambda function, what I'll be doing is just say add lambda equal to lambda. Keep in mind that lambda is the original name. So lambda of x equal to x plus x, right? And then I would just call the lambda function, say print add lambda of 8. So now if I run this, it should show the value 16. And here we can see that there is an error, and that is just a function error. That's not a big one. So now if I run that, you can see that 16 value is given. So what exactly lambda function does is the whole code that will be written in 2 3 lines will be merged and brought to a single line. So that is the specialty of lambda. So now we have understood what is function, what is parameters, what is return value, what is lambda. Now let's jump on to learning what is modules. So modules is used to organize our code and make sure we keep the code simple. This will help us in AI image processing, text processing and predictions as they'll be present in separate modules. So now let me open my modules.ipnb and then I would define a name and say NA is the parameter that I'll be sending. What this function does is just print hello NA, how are you? So now let me open another sample, or let me create a new Python 3 terminal file and say import my modules and say print, instead of print, let me just say text equal to input, or from the user enter your name. Okay, once I do this, what I'll do next is just make sure that I send this name into our my modules. So to do that, what I have to do is just say name of whatever the input the user is going to give me, that is text. But this file will not be linked. So what I have to do here is my modules dot name to text. So if I run this, it'll ask me for my name. So I'll just say Alex is my name. See, hello Alex, how are you? Here you can see that none of the my modules code is present. But once you go to my modules and check what exactly is the code there, you will understand how the working of this is. So here you can see define name NA, print hello NA. So our code is doing just the same thing, stating hi Alex, how are you? So here you can see enter your name Alex. Hello Alex, how are you? So with this, we conclude our day 3 of the 99 days series. And if you see here, the challenge for today is to build a simple AI calculator. The objective is that you have to take two numbers and an operation, any of these, and make sure that the number you enter and the second choice number, and you should allow the user to choose whichever operation they wish to perform, and you have to give the result. This has to be done using modules. So that, my friends, will conclude our day 3. Thank you.